My name is James Griffin, and you are going global. Hi, my name is James Griffin. I was a master's student in North Carolina A&T with a major in adult education. I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, and I did my study abroad program in Rio de Janeiro and Rio University, Catholic University of Rio. Okay, my program, like I said, was adult education, and what I wanted to do was be able to study diversity across another nation. In our classes, we talked about going global. So I was able to create a practicum where I was able to go study abroad through our master's program to set it up so other students in the master's program would also be able to study abroad. Fear, I guess the fear I had about was just going to a place where I've never been before, going to a place, a country where I didn't know the language and, the crime, that kind of thing. I didn't know what the conditions were going to be, so it was a lot of unanswered questions. So that was my biggest fear, and just actually traveling 5,000 miles away was my biggest fear at that time. I wouldn't call it culture shock, but when I went, the biggest thing I found wasn't culture shock. Really, I experienced a little racism. Being in a different country, I could see it was a Portuguese country, then there was not African American, but blacks were also there too. So I felt sometimes, not a lot, but sometimes a lot of nonverbal racism. The culture itself, I wasn't really shocked by the culture because I did some studying, but I was shocked by some of the conditions in which some of the people live. They lived in places called favelas, and these favelas were in the mountains, and they were kind of man-made huts and shacks, and no electricity and no legal running water. So that shocked me a little bit that people lived there. But on the flip side of that, they were the most happy people I ever seen in my life because they, could live in such conditions, but at the same time, they could go down every day and spend the most precious time on the most beautiful beaches in the world. Well, we did a lot of sightseeing. We got to see a lot of the famous sites. Everybody knows the picture of the Christ of Medina, so we saw that. Beach was a lot of fun. We went to the beach quite a bit, and we just kind of toured the countryside. We went to the countryside. We saw where the king of Portugal summer home was. We went up in the mountains, and it was just a beautiful place. Beautiful place. But mostly spent most of my time on the beach after class. I think the next time I go abroad, if I go abroad again, I will prepare a little more as far as the language is concerned. Because that way, if you study the language a little bit in advance, then you have a better opportunity to, communicate a lot sooner. So I think that I would do that, and I also would make sure I have a telephone. I was over there without a telephone for 30 days. I just kind of shut down everything. And said, I'm going to just go over here, not worry about nothing. I don't want to hear from nobody. I don't want to do anything. But I think in hindsight, you want to make sure you can stay in communication with people here and abroad, wherever you are. That's the only thing I would do differently. Other than that, the excitement of it is just being in a different place, not knowing anybody, and that's crazy. But it's fun at the same time. But what it teaches you is that when you come back over here, you say to yourself, and you justify things. You say, well, if I can go to Rio for 30 days, not know nobody, not know the language, surely I can go to New York for the weekend. I would say that if any student is listening to this or watching this video has the opportunity to study abroad while you're in school, you should do it. Because it will open your mind to so many different things, so many ways of thinking that you probably never thought before. So if you go study abroad, you come back, you will look at things completely different and make decisions probably different that you would have made before you've gone to study abroad. So if you have an opportunity to study abroad, I would say to any student, please take that opportunity. Especially a place like Rio, where the culture is so diverse and so many different people and so much history. And that's the only advice I could give you is just take advantage of it and enjoy it.